Hi, this is K. Pawan Kumar. I am from Trivoli Department, B section. Today I am explaining topics is Thevenin's theorem, Norton's theorem, Malavac's theorem, composition theorem, superposition theorem, maximum power transportation theorem. And the first one is Thevenin's theorem. Thevenin's theorem states that any two-terminal linear network having a number of voltage and current source and resistance can be replaced by a simple equivalent circuit consisting of a single voltage source in series with a resistance. It means Thevenin, Thevenin's theorem states that any linear circuit, no matter how it is complex, can be simplified to be an equivalent circuit consisting of a single voltage source with a series resistance connected to the load. To solve any Thevenin's theorem problem, firstly we can find out the VTH, and then next we can find out the RTH, and finally we can draw the equivalent circuit, and the voltage sources must be in series with the load resistance. Next one, Norton's theorem. It states that a two-terminal linear bilateral network having number of voltage, current source, and resistance can be replaced by an equivalent circuit of a current source in parallel with a resistance, which means the Norton theorem states that any complex linear circuit can be simplified to be an equivalent simple circuit with a single current source which is in parallel with a single resistor connected to a load. To solve the problem, we can find out the VTH, and we can short circuit the voltage sources and open circuit the current sources, and next we can solve it, find equivalent circuit through. And superposition theorem. Superposition theorem states that in any linear network containing two or more sources, the response in any element that it is equal to algebraic sum of algebraic sum of responses caused by individual sources acting alone while the other sources are not operation, which means if you take any circuit with multiple sources like depend or independent, whatever it may be, we can only consider only one voltage source, or any one source only we can conclude, and another sources are ignorable, and then we can find the values for that circuit, and next we can find out the another source consideration. And next we suppose a circuit have a voltage source and current source. First we can solve it in with voltage source considering, and we can solve it second time to considering current source, and finally we can consider two sources and find the values, then all values are equal. Next, maximum power transfer theorem. This theorem is the maximum power transfer theorem states that maximum power is delivered from a source to a load when the load resistance is equal to the source. It means load resistance equals to Rs. It means maximum power transformation theorem explains that to generate maximum external power through a finite internal resistance. It is a DC network. I think the resistance of a given load must be equal to the resistance of the available source. We can next we can discuss about the reciprocity theorem. In any linear bilateral network, if A is single voltage source VA in a branch A produces a current IB in a branch B, then if the voltage source VA is removed and enumerated in branch B will produce a current in branch A. The ratio of responses to execution is the same for two conditions above. It means the reciprocity theorem states that the current at point in a circuit due to a voltage at a second point is the same, and as the current at the second point due to the same voltage at the first. We can find this, I can solve the reciprocity theorem based problems. We can find VTH and RTH, and then find the ratio of this two. And next one we can discuss about the composition theorem. Compensation theorem states that any element in linear bilateral network may be replaced by a voltage source of magnitude equal to the current passing through the element multiplied by the value of the element, provided the current and voltage in other part of circuit remain unaltered. It means the compensation theorem states that if we can take any element in linear bilateral network, any circuit, maybe it is replaced by a voltage source of magnitude equal to the current passing when it is passing through the element multiplied by the value of the element. And finally, thank you for giving this opportunity.